friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm finally going to talk to you about my total numbers for both my Project Pan and my Project Use It Up. I have since posted my finales and I wanted to just spend some time in one video debriefing on my total numbers, both number of items used in each project and total value of all those numbers, and just sort of talking about why I choose to do these projects. So let's go ahead and get started with my Project Use It Up. So over the course of 2020, I managed to finish off 73 items in my Project Use It Up, which is pretty ridiculous. Thinking about that 73 objects in money, that is a grand total of $658.93. When I was looking at the sheer volume, because I truthfully don't think I've ever had that many items get finished off in that project, I will say a lot of it is contributed to the fact that I was pulling in sheet masks. I guess I've never really sat down and thought about how much an individual sheet mask can cost. And I will tell you that at the height of my acquiring sheet masks, I was getting a lot of sheet masks in value packs. I know I acquired a bunch from HauteLook. That's where I got a huge pack from Leaders. I know that Ipsy did a value pack of sheet masks. It was pretty substantial. I think you got 20 masks there. For far too long, I was doing Face Story, which their whole program has changed. They don't do their skincare sheet mask monthly boxes like they used to, at least not from what I've gathered, as I've paid very close attention to their careers. I love that company. But when you start to look at individual sheet masks, I had some sheet masks that I was using last year that were individually $6, which is bananas. That is definitely not a sustainable, at least for my income, a sustainable product to keep purchasing. I think there's a lot better value in potted masks. The one thing I will say is I do love the experience of a sheet mask, and my skin is very adaptable. So with a sheet mask, I can get different variety versus having tons of variety in the pots. They could go bad before you could use them all. So pros and cons, but I think as I start to head towards not having any sheet masks, especially not having any sheet masks that are meant to treat my skin, I will probably purchase smaller potted masks and maybe have 2 of them and use those as a rotation versus having really big tubs of sheet masks, because I really think at the end of the day, having individual sheet masks is just not a lifestyle. But it was great for this project because I got to use a lot of products and it had a really high value. I also will say that the project is very helpful for me because it keeps me very focused on using up items in my collection. I feel like most of the items you guys see me use up, I feel like 75% of the items that I use up over the course of the year from my hoarding closet come from these projects. And I think without having these projects and without this kind of accountability that I've documented here on YouTube, I don't think I would be as focused, and I don't think I would have made the purchasing changes that I have made without this kind of documentation. So very happy with that particular project, and you will definitely be seeing more Project Use It Up in 2021. As for my Project Pan, very different story. I ended up decluttering one product that I'm fairly certain had expired. It was a lip injection lip gloss from Too Faced. I wasn't that sad about it. It was a sample size. It wasn't the greatest gloss anyway, so no love lost there. But I did end up using 18 products, which it's not an amazing amount. Granted, I know that I use up more makeup than that. I don't keep track of all the makeup I use up in a year, but I know just by looking back at my trash talks, mascaras get used up quite frequently, foundations get used up quite frequently, that kind of stuff I tend to cycle through, setting sprays. So I know that I've used more than 18 products over the course of the year, and in that 18, I finished off a highlighter. Come on, and a bronzer. Those are products that, that has to have a lot of dedication and time and energy for it. So those are big wins, but it doesn't really help me churn through the same volume of product as if I were just picking setting sprays and foundations and things that are very easy for me to go through. So I did work through some items that definitely took most of the year. And I still had some other items that I spent all year on and still didn't finish off. So the 18 is definitely nothing to scoff at, but of course I would love to see that be closer to like 25 or 30. However, monetarily, those 18 products add up to $239.44. So that feels good to have used up that much value worth of product that I didn't let just expire or go bad. Like, it really was used and I spent money on it, so it feels good to have gotten my money's worth in that sense. So of course, I'm gonna definitely be project panning in 2020. I really want to be more diligent. I really feel like I always, in the spring or early summer months, like fade off with my consistent updates. So I really do want to have consistent or more consistent updates throughout the year. I think I only had like 7 for this particular year, and I want to do them every single month because I think it's really helpful for people to see in real time what it takes to use up products based off of the way I use makeup in my everyday life. So I'd like to get back on the horse for that, and you'll definitely be seeing this continue on in 2021. When I look at both projects in total, I end up using up 91 items, which is very bomb, and the total amount is $898.37, which that's a lot. That's a lot of money on these products. I know that I didn't spend that kind of money because I don't buy Bath & Body Works stuff, for example, at full value. I always get something on some kind of sale. But when I calculate it up, I don't remember the sale prices, so I just use the retail value. So that's a lot of money in total, and I'm very, very happy with that progress. I will say that these challenges and documenting them is very helpful for me as a person because I'm very goal oriented and I like accomplishing my goals. And by documenting them and seeing very noticeable progress month to month, it keeps me focused on wanting to accomplish my goals. So I will tell you that I really, really would like to still get into that 73, 75 number next year, even though I don't think I'll have as many sheet masks to use. I really want to challenge myself to still get to that high number. And I really would love to see myself get through 25 makeup products in 2021 in a project pan. So fingers crossed I make good choices and that I can get through products that I choose. And I really appreciate you guys tuning in for both of those types of videos. It really is helpful to know that there are people out there that are holding me accountable and like cheering me on. And so I really hope that you're looking forward to seeing those types of updates in 2021. But that is it for me. I would love to know your thoughts. Did you think I was going to have that many products used up? Was it more? Is it less? Like, let me know your feelings about this down below in the comments. And as always, I look forward to talking with you in my next video.